take care of our community if we don't take care of our community? They like us. Yeah, I'm Terry Cornell. I just created this movie with Ice-T and
Curiosity killing that cat. Damn Taz, how you do it like that? Curiosity killing that cat. Damn Taz, how you do it like that? Rolling the bag. I love touching and squeezing all over your body. Love when you strip, make it drip, baby, we can get naughty. Hopping on top, make it pop, she gon' ride my little shawty. Bad little freak, so my sheets, now my knees getting weak, cause she sucking me sloppy. I love touching and squeezing all over your body. Love when you strip me. Wagwan gang, we back in this thing. So look, we down here at the Put the Guns Down Epidemic World Premiere screening documentary. So look, I came here a little bit late, a lot of bit late actually. I misread the time frame. It was a film festival today. Shout out to my pops. Hey, before you do something, BYDS, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications.
Try not to be emotional. We just lost my mom. She made 88 Wednesday. She passed on Thursday. But God allowed me to tell her, it's okay, you can go now. This was the son that she never had. This was her firstborn grandchild. My mother was the firstborn. I was the firstborn. My son was the firstborn. His daughter's the firstborn, and her daughter's the firstborn. And all I can say is by the grace of God, I stand here in my right mind today. By the grace of God, I'm 18 and a half months sober. I lost my mind when my son left here, when he was taken. The last time I seen my son, he was helping his daughter do her homework. And I just got off to work and I stopped by there because he was living at my mom's and I lived somewhere else. So we were all good. And I stopped by there and I seen him helping her with her homework. And when it got through, I went over and I was looking and I said, Kyla, this one right here, I don't think this right. Oh yes, 4 years old. Yes, it is. My daddy helped me with my homework. That was her walking Jesus right here. You couldn't tell Kyla Hunt nothing about her dad. Because that was her dad. And to get that call, damn, I said, he what? And when I got down there to 54th and 11th Avenue, you'd have swore it was a star or something going on because all the people, and I could hear the people, that's his mama, that's his mama, that's his mama. And it was like a nightmare. It was like a dream. It's like, okay, I'm going to wake up from this. And when I went across the street to that detective, I did everything but snatch his shirt off. And they wouldn't let me go back there to see him. They showed me a picture. I never forgot that when I saw him. My son and another boy, the other guy caused both of them to get killed for nothing. My son just got off of work. My son used to work at the Shell station on Slauson and Crenshaw. And he was trying to help this other boy that just got out of prison and had been home 3 months. And his stupidity caused both of them to lose their life for nothing. So, like Courtney said, live that life. I got this head that got a committee going on up in here sometime, that hood head, them hood thoughts. I became a detective. I've been looking for this dude. Every day when I got off of work with pen, paper, binoculars, everything. And phone calls, I'm like tracking. I wasn't playing. And I had all kinds of things I want to do to him, to his mama, everybody, anybody involved. That tainted my spirit, y'all. I was so angry. You couldn't tell me nothing about God. God, where was he at now? Them guys that I saw hanging on the corner with their pants hanging down and drinking and smoking and looking stupid. God, why you didn't take none of them? Why you didn't take them? Why you take mine? My son was going to school. He was going to Trade Tech to be an electrician. He was being scouted for basketball. He was being scouted for football. He was taking care of his daughter, and he was working. Why you take him? I could not understand it. And then thus my crazy journey began. Drugs and alcohol became my best friend because I did not want to feel no more. It was all about that. I didn't want to feel no more. It's all right. That's all
you got it, honey.
But today, do my best to advocate for anybody that ended up in a journey that we did not sign up for. We didn't sign up for this, but this is where we are. So today, I'm 25 years in, this September 29th, of being an advocate for those people that need the help that they need. I try to do the best I can to be the best person I can on a daily basis today. God has allowed me to be in different platforms that you guys, the ex-crackhead, alcoholic, I'm on neighborhood council for Southeast. Imagine that, okay? God does things that I would never, ever restore my mind, renewed my thinking, gave my life back, allowed me to be a foster mom for the last 15 years. I adopted 15 years old, he's honor roll, gifted, just started playing football, great kid, 10th grade, sister, 12 years old, both of them since babies, honor roll student, trying to talk me into running track to do something with that height she got. She can draw. God bless these kids with gifts. And my 4-year-old, he has been here before. That is somebody with wisdom. Another one, brilliant. So I just thank God for restoring me to sanity. And I asked him to order my steps in a direction that you want me to go, to use me to the best of my ability, to do your will, and to be of service. And that's what I do for you guys. So I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank all you guys for being here for us. See, we didn't see them out here because the younger, the better. The younger, the better. These kids need it. You know what I said? I would say to people, stop being scared of your kids. Go lift them damn mattresses up and see what's up on their mattresses. Pull them pants up. Don't be afraid of your own kids. Right. What is wrong? I don't understand it. Anyway, God bless y'all. Because I keep going, so I'm going to stop. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Without you guys, continue to support, continue to talk to your legislation, continue to talk to your council members, continue to talk to your children, continue to just, even the village. It takes a village, and I know without my village, I would not have been able to do what I have been able to do. The support I've gotten with my granddaughter, the support I've gotten with myself, and one thing, mental health is very important in our communities. We don't like to talk about it, but we have to, and we have to reach these kids at a young age because they're growing up with trauma that has not been addressed, and they're taking it out into the communities. People don't just wake up and say, I want to go kill somebody. We don't know what they're dealing with at home.
Go ahead, that's right.
We don't know what they're dealing with. So many people are just out here running rampant, and then the gangs. They're more loyal to these hoods. Their families don't own anything in these hoods.
Come on now.
But yet and still, they're loyal to these hoods. They don't care about their families. They care more about a color, a block. But when it comes to their children, to their families, they turn their backs.
Put the guns down.
So they don't care. So you guys have to remember, if you see something, say something.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
what if it's you? Nobody wants to get involved until it's you. A lot of us, we got forced into this. We didn't ask to be in this game. None of us asked to be in this, and unfortunately, we can't get out. You guys don't know what it's like as a mother, as a father, a grandmother, auntie, uncle, a child, a sibling, a cousin, a neighbor, the community. Just because our children were taken, it doesn't just affect the family, it affects the community. And one thing I will say is, people always say our children were lost. No. Our children were taken, because when something is lost, it can be found.
Yes.
So our children were taken, and they were taken senselessly. So we have to change the narrative, and we have to take our communities back by force. We have to take them back by force. It's people in this room, a lot of people in this room, who have had loved ones taken at the hands of other people. It's so many people. We have black on black crime,
Yes.
brown on brown crime, white on white crime, Asian on Asian crime. When we bleed the same color. Where does it stop? Kids are left without mothers and fathers. Mothers, the pain never goes away. The fathers always get left out. My father left out of here because he couldn't even watch it anymore. My parents, I was a teen mother. So my daughter was like their child. So to see my father, and they say men don't cry, real men don't cry, that's a lie. Real men do cry. So if you guys see something, say something. If you know something, say something. But we have to take our communities back by force. Stop being afraid. If you see somebody with their pants sagging, tell them, pull your pants up. But nowadays you can't even say nothing to somebody's kid because then they families, their mothers want to fight. And to go through a murder trial and to be able to tell that family you forgive them, I've done that through the whole trial. I did it 8 days after my daughter was killed. I went to where she was killed and told them people, tell your people I forgive them. Even through this whole murder trial, anybody who's been at a court date with me can tell you, I've stood my ground. And I've had to tell even the mother who looked at me like I had poop on my face. And I had to tell her, listen, ma'am, I'm about that life, but it's because I have God. Amen. And it's because of my granddaughter and my daughter. And a life for a life, don't change it. It ain't going to bring my daughter back. Yes. So we have to put the guns down. We have to save our community. We have to get back to the old school. They took God out of it. Yes. And okay, if you don't believe in God, you can believe in the tree. But believe in something that's going to help change the community. Allah, Buddha, whoever. But we gotta do better as a people. We have to do better. It takes a village. Look at the person sitting next to you. You don't know what that person is facing. You don't know what that person is dealing with. You don't know what it took for them to even come in here. So thank you guys to everyone who came out. Thank you, Terry, so much. Yes. And Veronica, thank you so much for allowing Terry to be up all those nights. Yes. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. Thank you. We love you guys. Thank you. And please support. Yes. We love you guys.
That has got all of us out here today.
Yes.
Listen, we've been at this work for the last 30, 40 years, been out shot at, running in alleys trying to deal with issues to make sure that we can take care of our families, our folks, our communities. But listen, it's going to take you to support this brother, to support this movement. We cannot do this alone. There are thousands of us out here in this community and across the country doing this work. So please try to inform. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much.
But I called on the men in my life, and without them knowing the full plan, because I didn't know what the full plan was, they said, we got you. Because it's time for our men to take their marching orders, allow us to walk into our feminine energy, to fall back and allow our men to do it. But in order to do What they need to do, we need to make sure our children are okay. We need to make sure that we're checking in on our children, that when you ask your child how they're doing, and they tell you, oh, I'm okay, I'm fine, then lean in and ask them how they're really doing. Because all of these children, they have a mother and they have a father somewhere. These are not motherless children. They may not have their parents in their life, but they belong to somebody. And we're not watching. It's our generation that at that time you either sold drugs, used drugs, or dated a dope dealer. And now, got pregnant by somebody on drugs. So now, our generation is responsible for crack babies. Now we got crack babies raising crack babies. The health, if you look at the health of these kids, if you look at the fact that the kids have ADD, ADHD, all of these are mental health related. And we need to take responsibility. We made the mess, we need to fix the mess. Instead of looking at Big Brother or looking at the government to help us, our help doesn't come from there, our help comes from above. And we need to work with each other. There are a lot of community organizations and everybody is doing their share. We need a coalition. Where we have a one-stop shop that we can go to meet all of our needs. And we do have something in the pipelines coming. I can't talk about it. Just pray, pray. God takes care of what it is. And I just want to thank you again. Thank you guys for coming out. I want to thank Terry and Veronica for allowing me to be a part of something that's such a movement that has lit a new passion in me. This is the beginning of a dialogue that makes us think. And now we need to take those thoughts and put some action behind it.
Amen.
Now that wineskin is new, so now God is pouring in that new wine, and we're seeing some movement throughout this whole globe, throughout our communities, throughout ourselves, and we're able to change our DNA from the lies that's been told and spoke about us, so that we can understand where we come from, who we are, and then we'll be able to know who God is. So thank you guys for coming and supporting.
Like I said, this is a movement. This movie is not about me or whatever. This is trying to heal our hoods and bring us together as people. What we're hoping and praying for, all of you guys go back, you know, with them Netflix subscriptions or whatever, demand this film if you like it. Cancel your subscription if they say no. You know, I guarantee you we'll start getting yeses, and we can start creating more films like this. We're planning on trying to set up a tour worldwide where we hit all universities, elementaries, high schools, show this film. A lot of the folks that's up here with the movement, there's many more of our squad, our team, you know, that as well as you guys may want to, you know, it's open arms, because it ain't about just us up here, it's about you too, because tomorrow you might get that phone call on your son or daughter, or your mother or whatever sitting at the bus stop, you know, because it's real ill out here. So we have to make a decision if we don't say enough is enough, and, you know, just try to straighten out things to, you know, get our kids back. You know, my biggest problem is with a lot of things is, you know, you say, oh, well, those gangbangers out there doing this and that. Well, who's the mama and dads of these gangbangers? You know what I'm saying? Ain't we the mothers and fathers? Right. When I was growing up, my mother and father, there's no way they would let me get out of line and talk crazy to them. So we got to take our children back. We got to quit letting other people raise our kids. We got to become the mothers and hip-hop fathers. Right, Justify? Every last one of ladies and gentlemen up here, they out here putting in work. They putting in work for you and your families, and we want you guys to come join us, and let's all put in this work together, and let's take our community back, because we can't rely on nobody else trying to take care of our community if we don't take care of our community. We can't blame nobody else. You know, because I'm telling you right now, they are not like us.
Wagwan gang, we back in this thing. I got Terry with me right here at the Put the Guns Down screening. He just asked me what I thought about this incredible film. It was very, very heartfelt. But before I even get into it, I need you to introduce yourself and let them know how I'm here. My father, Prince, make sure, you know what, let me backtrack. Before you do something, BYDS, his nonprofit organization, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and make sure you go and ask for Put the Guns Down on all streaming platforms, Netflix, Amazon Prime, everywhere. So without further ado, this is Terry. Tell the people who you are and where you're from.
Yeah, I'm Terry Cornell from South Central Los Angeles, and I just created this movie with Ice-T and many other hip-hop artists out here on the West Coast called Put the Guns Down, a World Epidemic, and we're just trying to heal the hoods out here and bringing the people together and just showing everybody what we're about out here in South Central and what we're doing to heal the hood.
How long did it take you to put this amazing documentary together?
Actually, it took us about 4 years to put this one together. You know, Nip was one of my boys that he was supposed to be on this documentary.
His birthday just passed yesterday, Neighborhood Nip.
Yeah,
my favorite rapper.
I'm already knowing. So,
he's my biggest
matter of fact, we were supposed to be filming his interviews, his inserts, everything on a Saturday. He got killed on that Tuesday. And it was just crazy. It was chaotic, but we was the ones that did a couple of his
Wait, are you talking
videos.
about? Wait, hold on a second. He actually, it was a Sunday, March 31st. He had the meeting that was supposed to be scheduled that Monday about gun violence. Are you saying that was your meeting?
That was our meeting.
Oh my! I'm a huge fan, so when I say it, there's not probably anything I don't know about him. And I remember they kept saying he was on his way to have the meeting about uniting the Bloods and the Crips and
That was us.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and as you can see in our documentary, we brung all the OG Bloods and OG Crips here in South Central, as well as a lot of the Mexican Mafia and the Asian boys and all that from Long Beach. We brought them all together, and they're all featured on this documentary. We done lost a lot. Red Rum and everybody, they featured on this documentary. This is the last thing that they ever done.
See it becoming a series, or how can we extend the story? Because there's more and more people that are always losing people to gun violence.
Most definitely. It's definitely a 10-part series. That's already in the mix of us putting that together. And, you know, I love what 50 did with the entertainers and stuff like that, but our stuff is more street. It has the real street OG legends from South Central LA and ours. And I'm not going back and forth like that, but I'm just saying our stuff is real street. You can do background check on everybody that's in this film, and you'll find out whether they Blood, Crip, Mexican Mafia, whatever. They probably got about 2-3 million followers underground. That's how deep it is. This have never ever been done what we created. The guys that's on our film, all of them pretty much did like 30, 40 years apiece. They killed each other's family members and, you know, that type of stuff. But we was able to get them to come in and work together on this documentary, which is amazing, something that never ever been able to be accomplished in the history of South Central.
I support you.
Well, right. This is what's crazy. We already won 6 awards already.
Congratulations.
We in the final stage in the World of Cannes Film Festival right now. We just got invited to come out next May and stand in front of them and do the thing. So we more than likely, I think we're going to win the Cannes Film Festival as well.
Let me tell you how full circle this year. I'm a Howard University graduate, and I remember that in my last year I studied abroad in London. I said I wanted to go to Cannes Film Festival. So right here, right now, demonstration speaks louder than conversation. I'm all about word is bond. My father sent me out here, Prince, to represent before you do something. Like I said, I would like to extend my help. I'm big at marketing and storytelling. You have an extra helping hand out here. Anything that I can do, that's a part of why I'm vlogging this right now. So that, and you said put the word out there. This vlog that you're watching right now is a part of me putting the word out there. And Terry, if there's anything that you need from me, don't hesitate to ask. But before I let you go, this is from my dad. My dad has a nonprofit called BYDS, Before You Do Something. It's about cognitive thinking and about making sure that you're making the right decisions. And this is the type of thinking that we need before kids pick up guns. So what he does when he asks people interviews, he asks them, give me an acronym of what you believe BYDS. It means before you do something, but give it your own definition. BYDS.
Well, to me, that's just plain and simple. He's telling you to think before you make that 3-second decision and ruin your life for the rest of your life. You know, me and your dad, matter of fact, I talked to him on the phone earlier. We always texting each other on a daily, you know what I'm saying? Going back and forth on different issues. He'll tap into my brain, I'll tap into his brain on different things and stuff like that. But the only thing else I gotta tell you, just pack your bags, we'll be ready in May to head out to France.
Hey, Thank you so much. Put the guns down, pick the cameras up, and make sure you respect the shooter, Taz Tikoon. I got the real camera, you already know. Thank you so much, Terry.
Always.
I appreciate it.
Always.
Thank you.
So my name is Cortland Bridges, and I'm the mother of Kylisha Thomas, whose life was senselessly taken on December 1st, 2020 at Venice Beach. She was 28 years old. She was an amazing mother. She had just had a baby boy who was 3.5 weeks old when she was killed, and she had a daughter she has a daughter that was 8 years old at the time. She just went to see the sunset. It was her, my grandson's father, my daughter, Cameron, and then her boyfriend at the time. There was a dispute over the bikes not working, and the person in the store made a phone call, and that phone call changed the rest of our lives. This January 26, 2022, there were 3 suspects that were arrested. We just finished trial. One of them, D.R.E. Jones, he took a deal September of 2022. Jonathan Singh took a deal between September and November of 2023. And Isaiah Caldwell was found not guilty of her murder a couple of weeks ago, well, maybe a month ago, and he was charged with conspiracy to commit assault with a deadly weapon, and he was given 18 years with they gave him 3 years credit, which came out to 15 years. Out of that, he will do anywhere from 10 to 12 years for that. Again, no one was found guilty in my daughter's murder trial. The alleged shooter, Mr. Caldwell, was found not guilty. Jonathan Singh was given 5 years and 4 months with the charge of conspiracy to commit assault with a deadly weapon. D.R.E. Jones was given 80 hours of community service. He was told to finish school. He was told to listen to his parents and not to hang with the gang members. Out of this whole thing, it's changed my family's life. What I will say is that forgiveness has been something that has gotten me through this whole process. My family and my friends and my faith has been a very important part through this journey, but this film documentary is a must-see. We have to put the guns down. We have to start loving one another, and we have to get to the trauma which these kids are facing at a young age. And mental health is something that's very important. It takes a village, and a lot of times we don't have villages, but we have to get back to the basics. And so again, my daughter's life was senselessly taken. My daughter, Cameron, was the only person who decided to be her sister's voice. There were other people at the beach that day. There were other people with her, and they weren't able to, nobody else decided to speak up, but my daughter, Cameron, was her sister's voice, and she said that whatever she needed to do to try to get justice for her sister. However, we didn't get justice, but that's okay because God's will was done, and at the end of the day, forgiveness is something that is needed.
I say, thank you so much, Cortland. I really do appreciate you, and thank you for sharing your testimony. Make sure y'all go and put the guns down and pick the cameras up, because that's the only shot you need to take.
Yes, that's right. And we also have a foundation, and it's called the Kylisha Thomas Foundation. Look us up, KylishaThomasFoundation.org. You can go and see what we're doing. I have a book coming out.
Come on, congratulations.
Thank you, and just support any way you can. We're a nonprofit. We run off of donations and your support.
I'm gonna
God
get
bless
your
you.
information. Thank you. God bless you
Thank you.
too.
God
And I'm gonna
bless
put
you.
my money where my mouth is, and we gonna like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, because I'm here to help. You gonna put the guns down, pick the cameras up. Let's go, Taz Tikoon.
This is my daughter, Alicia Thomas.
Look at my chips, yeah.